This story is from 15 years ago. A 16-year-old model with Indonesian-American roots married a 30-year-old prince from Kelantan. At first, they seemed happy, even though there was a big age difference. But just 1 year later, the young model ran away, causing a huge scandal in the country. What she revealed after escaping will surprise you. Why did Manohara run away from her husband, and what has her life been like since then? Watch the full video to find out. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Let's get started. The Kelantan royal family has had several marriages to beautiful women and models. For example, Prince Muhammad Fakhri's brother, Prince Muhammad Faiz, married a stunning Swedish woman in 2019. Faiz was 45 at the time, and she was 32. They now have a son together. Another example is Sultan Muhammad V, the oldest son in the family, who married a Russian woman named Oksana Voyevodina. They had a big age gap, with him being 49 and her 26 at the time of their wedding. Oksana was a model and a beauty queen. However, the Sultan divorced her just 1 year later. This caused a global scandal because Oksana had a son during their marriage, but the Sultan refused to recognize the child and left them. This scandal received a lot of media attention around the world. But the story we're talking about today caused an even bigger scandal at the time. Manohara Odelia Pinot was born on February 28, 1992, in Jakarta, Indonesia. Her father, George Mans, was American and worked as an engineer. Her mother, Daisy Fajarina, was Indonesian. They divorced when Manohara was only 2 years old, and she lived with her mother after that. Manohara spent some of her early years in France before moving back to Indonesia in 2006. With her mixed heritage, she was very beautiful. At 14, she was discovered by scouts and began modeling. She became famous and was even named one of Indonesia's 100 most precious women by Harper's Bazaar Indonesia. When she was almost 15, she was invited by Malaysia's Deputy Prime Minister Najib Razak to a dinner in Kuala Lumpur, where she met her future husband. Prince Muhammad Fakhri is a member of the Kelantan royal family. He is the son of Sultan Ismail Petra, who was the 28th Sultan of Kelantan before his older son, Sultan Muhammad V, took over on September 13, 2010. Prince Fakhri was immediately attracted to Manohara, even though she was very young. Her beauty made a strong impression on everyone. After their meeting, Prince Fakhri often visited her and told her mother he wanted to marry her. On August 17, 2008, Manohara's family was invited to the Kelantan palace to meet the Sultan and his wife at the time. At first, there were problems with the marriage because Manohara had just turned 16 and there was no letter from the local Indonesian embassy. However, the marriage went ahead despite the big age difference. The wedding was a small event with just family and friends. After the wedding, Manohara was given the title Sik Puan and became part of the Kelantan royal family. She attended many events with her husband and was loved by the public. At first, she seemed happy in public, but things were very different behind closed doors. Just 2 months after getting married, Mano tried to go back home because she said her husband was treating her badly. However, no one believed her and she was sent back to the palace. Then, Prince Fakhri tried to convince her to stay. He bought her a car and took her and her mum to Saudi Arabia for a religious trip called Umrah. After they came back, Prince Fakhri took Mano with him to Malaysia, but he didn't let her mum come along. For the next 9 months, Mano was kept in her bedroom at the palace. She was given tranquilizers whenever she complained, and also injected with a drug to make her get pregnant quickly. This drug was a hormone that made her gain weight rapidly. Mano had to follow a daily routine of abuse and was tortured if she didn't look happy during social events with Prince Fakhri. She tried to escape many times but was never able to get away. However, in May 2009, she finally had a chance. Her husband's father, Sultan Ismail Petra, became ill and they had to go to Singapore for his treatment. While Prince Fakhri was busy taking care of his father and didn't have time for her, Mano saw an opportunity. She set off the emergency alarm in a hotel elevator in Singapore, which alerted the security guards. They came to help her, and she managed to run away. With the assistance of the US Embassy, Mano reached Changi Airport and successfully flew back to Indonesia. When the story came out, it created a big scandal and made things tense between the two countries. During a press conference, Mano and her mother shared many shocking details. Mano said, "I have been treated like an animal. I feel like I am his property. He comes into my room whenever he wants to play with me. Just like I am an object, she explained that sexual abuse and harassment were part of her daily life, happening every time she refused to have sex. Mano also revealed that he raped her even before they got married, and she felt she couldn't tell anyone about it. However, the prince denied all the claims, saying she left on her own and accused her mother of making her lie about him. In July 2009, he took legal action against her in the Malaysian Islamic Sharia court, and on December 13th, he won the case. The court ordered Mano to return to her husband and pay back a debt of $1.8 million that she was said to have borrowed from him. However, Mano did not go back to Malaysia or attend the court proceedings. The lawsuit was filed in Malaysia, where Fakhri had strong political connections and influence. If Mano had gone back to Malaysia or shown up in court, she could have risked losing her freedom again. So it was smart and careful of her not to attend. Shortly after, they were officially divorced. Now, nearly 15 years have passed since this scandal. Mano is now 32 years old and has become a stronger woman. She went back to school and continued her career as a model. She said, "Getting married at such a young age brought many challenges, but I'm grateful for where I am now." She added, "I'm thankful that I survived. Today, I'm healthy and able to work here in my own country as I work towards my goals." Mano is also involved in animal and environmental conservation. She helps rescue and care for injured, orphaned, or endangered animals and works to protect wildlife and natural habitats. She is active on Instagram, where she collaborates with fashion brands, designers, and cosmetics. She looks happier and more beautiful than ever. On the other hand, Prince Fakhri lost his title in 2010 after he was suspected of being involved in the shooting of his brother's bodyguard. Mano's story shows that being married to a prince isn't like a fairy tale. In real life, marrying into royalty can be disappointing and even nightmarish. What do you think about this story? Share your thoughts in the comments. That's it for this video. If you liked it and want to see more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified when I post a new video every week. See you in the next video.